Yeah. Okay, so you know this kind of movie, there's someone that has a dream that they want to do. It's like a teenage plot movie. They want to have a band that takes over the world, and their parents are against it. The parents want them to go to Harvard and become a doctor or a lawyer. And the kid, the guy and his girlfriend, the girl and her boyfriend, whatever, the band, they want to go lech lecha, they want to leave behind what they're from and go forward against their parents' overbearing dream and do something incredible. But it's kind of reckless, right? And they start and they fail. And then they find, like, the coach. They find the person that's gonna help them do it, and maybe in secret from their parents they train like crazy in what they want to do, rehearse like crazy, and then just when their parents are about to put the clamps on them to do that thing, to go to the Harvard to become the doctor or something, they escape and they win the performance. Like the Eminem movie was kind of, the 8 Mile was kind of some silly spin-off of this type of plot. So in that movie, the coach helps them do what they can't do so that they can actually make their dream come true in a grounded way, right? So the coach is the tzaddik, and the parents, not my parents, the parents are the Erev, the rabbis that have the authority that shouldn't, the illuminati, the people ruling the world, the bad rulers of the world that are going to get overthrown. And the tzadikim lahavdil are the true Che Guevara, the true Eldridge Cleaver. They're the true Malcolm X. They're overthrowing the system once and for all. And the Mashiach comes, and the Mashiach leads the world in a grounded way towards freedom, towards the true freedom. So how many of us get stopped by our parents, metaphorically? We all need the tzaddik. Even a tzaddik needs a tzaddik. My soundtrack just went out there. Even a tzaddik needs a tzaddik. So whoever's reading the game here. So whoever's reading the game with me here, we're all going towards the tzaddik. We're all taking our dream and we're going towards the tzaddik. We might have different ideas who the tzaddik is. I help connect a lot of people to who I think it is. If you think you have someone better, go for it. It's the divine competition. And I have a lot of people in my life, they're in the bleachers, so to speak. They're just kind of watching. It's like something dead to them. Or they say, I'm not Jewish, why should I go to tzaddik? If you're not Jewish, you also need to go to tzaddik. Or they just want to read about tzadikim from 200 years ago or 1,000 years ago. It's a problem, right? We should connect to all the tzadikim from all the generations, but not in a way that takes our appetite to sit face to face with whoever guides us most directly towards our dreams, right? From Sefer Midot, the chapter on Tzadik, it's very beneficial to see the faces of the leaders of the generation. It's very beneficial just to see the faces up front, live. We were talking about Shmuel Auerbach, right? Rabbi Shmuel Auerbach from Sharia Hesed today, maybe considered the head of the Ashkenazi of the generation. What a face! I once had this terrible situation going on with this girl. I couldn't leave, and I knew it was a mess, but I couldn't say no. And I saw him in the street, and I just ran up to him. You know, he doesn't know me from Adam, and I told him the situation, and he just gave me some advice. And on the spot, it was like he killed me to her. I never went back. I left her for good. Thank God. She saw all the blessings. So if just to see the face of the tzaddik, how much more to have their blessing, to have their advice, ask them things. Drawing close to tzaddikim with strenuous effort is more propitious for the serving of God. We should bust it. The cologne of a man is his perspiration. We should bust it to get to the tzaddikim, and a lot of them they really stick it to us. I can name a few in particular that they make us work for it. Every man should conduct himself according to what he heard from his rabbi. We ask advice and we try to follow it. Hard enough to ask advice, hard enough to follow it. I haven't done such a great job yet. Today I should go forward, following the advice better and better. There's a kind of tzaddik whose reputation travels far with fame, and afterwards he falls through desiring money. So there's a lot of bad tzaddikim, evil tzaddikim, fallen tzaddikim, Erev. Don't believe the hype. Don't be fooled. Before some shell sheker, famous people that are really not good. Those people who travel to tzaddik, even if they don't receive a Torah teaching from them, they're rewarded just for the journey, just the going. I felt this so many times. The minute I decide to get up and go, I start going through something wonderfully difficult, that some kind of healing, some kind of learning. If you don't serve a Torah scholar, if you don't serve someone who's really worthy of us serving them, we're liable to the death penalty. Pretty heavy, right? So I try to give free acupressure sessions to my rebbes, right? If you're watching this, you know who you are. You come in for free. Get yourself on the table for free. I want to live. And speaking of which, in the merit of the tzaddik, his students attain their livelihood. God's showering His grace down, and then it goes through certain channels. Certain tzaddikim are like clear channels, and God's blessings coming through them, and we can receive it. Of course, there's tzaddikesses throughout history. Devorah, Miriam. Nowadays, a lot of women go to tzaddikim too. The things aren't so formal all the time. There are tzaddikim who are not called by the title of rebbe. The hidden tzaddikim, the Lamed Vav, 36 hidden tzaddikim in the generation. They're not making a big deal about themselves. You gotta find them. You gotta know who they are. You gotta know someone in the know. I send pretty much everyone to someone in New York, and the wise go and they have some experience, and the fools avoid it and they make some excuse. So to go to a tzaddik, that's the game. To go to a tzaddik, to try to follow the advice. I used to be really hung up about trying to pick one ultimate tzaddik that was my rebbe. And then I spoke to a really high tzaddik who told me to speak to another high tzaddik who told me, don't worry about that. He told me just to go to any of the Breslov tzaddikim of the generation, and whenever I had a real issue, and ask any of them one question, and then go pray to God about it. Do the Breslov speaking meditation where I speak to God and contemplate. And said it would all work out, not to worry about this very orderly kind of way. Whatever floats your boat. Well, part of the nature of the Erev, the evil rabbis, is they bind people in their webs like spiders that suck the blood out of their prey. So don't be a fool. Break free. but also don't be scared. I know a lot of non-achs in particular. This hat is from the non-ach group. I know a lot of non-achs in particular that are a little too wary of rabbis, I think. So, not too much, not too little. And I love helping people get to tzadikim, and I love hearing about your experiences. It's like I get a lesson too, and I get some much needed points. When I help you go to someone real, I get some much needed points upstairs. It's like reuniting you with your true parents. Don't get me wrong, we have to really respect our parents. I have to work on it, you have to work on it. I'm sure our parents are something so much more important than we can recognize. At the same time, unless our parents are one of the tzadikim of the generation, then we also have to go to our tzadikim of the generation. And if we can bring our parents along, how much better? If you're a Baal Tshuva like me, you might realize it's somewhat of a challenge to get your parents to come along. But they all come eventually. There's an idea of the Tias of Mason, that everyone, even after they die, they rise from the grave and come back to Jerusalem. A little bit of a trippy thing, right? We'll get into that sometime.
No matter where we face, we must face the moment of truth, baby.
Yeah, so all the singles, we all need to get married, and all the married need happy marriages. And maybe some of the non-Jews can be monks and nuns, right? That's like one of these questions. The Torah law applies to all people, and for the people that aren't Jews, are they obligated to try to marry? It's not clear, right? We'll find out. We'll do more research on it and find out. If you're Jewish, if you're a guy, you have to try to marry and have one boy, one girl. To try to have one boy, one girl. Women apparently don't have to, but they generally do because that's the Jewish game here. So this is my kitchen here. You're welcome to try to visit. Feel free to call me 24 hours a day, whatever I can help with. And like the plot line I told you in the beginning, a lot of people, they don't really know what their mission is. So the tzaddik can help you find your mission, can help you clarify it. I had a friend once, we wanted to start a little clinic in Jerusalem. We went to someone big, and he, without either of us asking him, he decided he was going to talk to us about starting a real school, a real institution. And we were both kind of like, whoa, we didn't ask for this, but it's like he was deciding for us we need to be something much bigger than we are intending. So for that point, if you enjoy these talks, I welcome any help with my mission, and I'm really glad to help you clarify your mission and execute your mission, as in carry it out, not as in kill it. And in Nanach, we give the Erev Rav really bad rap, right? Let's try to be nice to the Erev Rav. We want to lift them up with us and help them transform. Let's all help each other become righteous. Alright, thanks for hanging out here in my kitchen. Peace.